What if I told you the Earth is opening beneath our feet, and Africa is splitting apart right now? The latest volcanic eruption in Ethiopia isn't just another natural disaster. Scientists believe it may be the beginning of one of the biggest geological transformations in human history, the birth of a brand new ocean. And that eruption might be a warning of something much bigger happening all around the world. Welcome to This is Decoding. Today, we uncover the truth behind the Ethiopia volcano eruption, how it could impact global weather, world economies, and human survival, and why several of the world's most dangerous volcanoes may be preparing to wake up. What you're about to hear may change the way you look at our planet forever. Let's start in the Afar region of Ethiopia, one of the most extreme landscapes on Earth. It is blistering hot, dry, and cracked like the surface of another planet. This is where three massive tectonic plates are pulling away from each other: the African plate, the Arabian plate, and the Somali plate. And when continents tear apart, volcanoes are born. The eruption in Ethiopia is part of this massive geological split. Volcanoes like Erta Ale, known for having one of the few permanent lava lakes on Earth, and Dabahu, Nabro, and Alu Dalafin have all shown increased activity. The crust beneath Ethiopia is thinning, magma is rising, and the land is stretching open. Some scientists describe it as watching a continent break in real time. But why does this matter to the world? Because volcanic eruptions don't stay local. They affect the entire planet. When a volcano erupts, it throws ash and sulfur dioxide into the sky. Fine particles can travel across continents. They block sunlight, cool the atmosphere, and disrupt rainfall patterns. A powerful eruption can temporarily change global climate. Even a moderate eruption in Ethiopia could influence temperatures in Asia, rainfall in Europe, or crop cycles in North America. History has shown us this. In 1991, Mount Pinatubo's eruption cooled the Earth by nearly 1 degree Celsius. In 1815, the eruption of Mount Tambora created the infamous year without a summer, leading to global crop failure and famine. So when Ethiopia erupts, the world pays attention. There are also major economic consequences. Ethiopia and its neighboring countries lie close to the Red Sea, one of the world's busiest shipping routes. Air traffic, trade, and supply chains could all be disrupted. Local communities living in the Afar region face the greatest danger. They already live in one of the harshest environments on the planet, and with increased volcanic activity and earthquakes, their homes, farms, and water sources are at risk. But the story doesn't end in Ethiopia, because the Earth is restless everywhere. Several of the planet's most dangerous volcanoes have shown signs of awakening, and scientists warn that we may be entering a more active volcanic era. One of the most feared volcanoes is the Yellowstone supervolcano in the United States. It sits on a vast underground magma chamber. While a supereruption is not expected soon, even a moderate eruption could devastate America's agriculture, airspace, and infrastructure. Ash could spread across the continent in hours. In Italy, the Campi Flegrei supervolcano near Naples is experiencing increased ground uplift and earthquake swarms. 3 million people live nearby. Many scientists consider it the most dangerous volcano in Europe. Indonesia's Toba caldera, which erupted 74,000 years ago and nearly wiped out early humans, still contains a giant magma reservoir. If a major eruption happened again, it could plunge the Earth into decades of climate instability. Iceland is another hotspot of concern. Volcanoes like Bardarbunga and Katla sit on the mid-Atlantic ridge, where two tectonic plates are constantly tearing apart. Icelandic eruptions can send volcanic ash drifting over Europe, shutting down flights and disrupting global commerce, as happened during the Eyjafjallajökull eruption in 2010. In Japan, Mount Fuji's seismic signals indicate that it could erupt again. Tokyo, one of the largest and most densely populated cities in the world, lies only about 100 kilometers away. And in Central Africa, Mount Nyiragongo in the Democratic Republic of Congo holds the fastest-moving lava ever recorded. It can destroy entire towns in minutes, leaving almost no time to evacuate. To understand why these volcanoes matter, we have to understand the forces beneath them. The Earth's fault lines. These are the cracks in the planet's crust where tectonic plates meet. The most dangerous of all is the Pacific Ring of Fire. This horseshoe-shaped belt around the Pacific Ocean produces 75% of the world's active volcanoes and the strongest earthquakes ever recorded. Countries like Japan, Indonesia, Chile, and the United States face ongoing threats. The East African Rift, where the Ethiopia eruption occurred, is another major fault zone, and it's expanding. Scientists believe that in the next few million years, this rift will continue to widen until seawater floods in, splitting Africa into two continents and forming a brand new ocean. The San Andreas Fault in California is capable of producing the long-feared Big One. New Zealand's Alpine Fault generates massive earthquakes every few centuries, and Turkey's Anatolian Fault has already caused catastrophic destruction in recent years. With all of these systems becoming more active, what does the future look like? First, Africa will continue to change. The Ethiopia eruption is one chapter in a much larger story. Over millions of years, the continent will stretch, crack, and reshape itself. Coastlines will shift. New mountain ranges may rise. And as the land separates, a new ocean will form between the Somali and African plates. Second, climate fluctuations will continue. More eruptions worldwide could temporarily cool the Earth, alter rainfall patterns, and disrupt global agriculture. This could affect food prices, migration patterns, and political stability. And finally, humans must improve early warning systems. Nearly 1 billion people worldwide live near volcanoes. With advanced monitoring technology, satellites, seismic sensors, and gas detectors, scientists can now predict eruptions more accurately than ever. But even with all our technology, one truth remains. The Earth is alive. It breathes, it cracks, it erupts. What happened in Ethiopia is not a one-time event. It is a reminder that the ground beneath us is always moving. Our planet is constantly reshaping itself, slowly, quietly, and sometimes violently. The Ethiopia volcano eruption is not just a story of fire and lava. It's a story about the future of continents, the future of climate, and the future of humanity. And the more we understand these geological forces, the better prepared we will be for what lies ahead. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. This is Decoding, and the Earth has many more secrets for us to uncover.